Hey, welcome back. This is Lone Wolf. We are playing Vintage Story on version 121.5, and we're going to begin by making some shelves for the cellar. So to do this, we're going to place a block above these and add remove material. No, that's not. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, well, looks like when you screw up, you screw up. You got to actually be touching the bottom in order to raise. This is so much nicer than using a chisel. Oop. Unless you go overboard. What do we got? Some phantom block here, I guess. Oh my gosh. And is it here? It's there. Oh boy. All right. Well, not quite so happy with the planing tool, Wolf. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's what I thought I had done, was 15, but clearly I had not. Okay. Well, I will finish these others off. Well, I should explain. So I'm using the hand planer, and I have it in mode to add remove material. And so I right click whatever surface I'm touching. You have to hit it once, and then the second time it removes a full layer. So I'm left clicking once, left clicking twice, and as you can see, it's now removing layers. But you can move layers in any of the 4 directions. But of course, to achieve what I want to achieve, I just want to take the bottom of the rock off so that there's just this little piece here, and if I break this, I can now place that there. So you can't have a shelf and place it right above the other one. That there just is not room for that. So this is the most efficient way to do this that I know of. Without the hand planer tool, then you're using a chisel and you're removing lots of blocks. You can move a whole bunch of blocks real quick with it, but in the end you end up getting down to moving one little voxel at a time. So the hand planer tool is infinitely faster than using a normal chisel. And it has more, and it has more capabilities than the chisel does. See if I can walk in and out of here, no problem. Okay, so the shelf isn't hitting me in the head. But if I put one right here, that could be a problem. And honestly, I don't really need that kind of space. I can take... I'm not... Oh. All right, let's get rid of this phantom block that you can't see but actually exists. Bye-bye. Never to be seen or picked up again, I hope. All right, so I was just trying to pick this up. Just for right now, I want to put it there. But I do want to put a shelf in this location. So hand planer, left click again. And there we go. Very good. All right, I'm happy with what I got there. All right, so one of the ways that I would use this is that I've got rice in both of these vessels now, and I would prefer to have, you know, rice above rice. So this has got peanuts, and this has peanuts, and I'd prefer to have them like so. This has nothing. That's got the rice. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. And that's got the breadfruit. This is where the cabbage lives. This is where was a third chest for peanuts. This is where I have my baked goods. And as I said, another overflow for peanuts. I'm going to see if we can get you placed right back there. Because when you harvest peanuts, you don't just get a couple. You get plenty. Okay, well, where do we put this beautiful one? Right there. But I don't want it at that angle. There we go. Okay, there are my shelves. So at this point, I'm far more interested in finding things to decorate within here. I'm almost surprised that I have as many items to decorate with in here as I do. But, you know, I know I'm going to want bookcases, and I don't have to have glue. Collected all these. Well, so I made the scroll shelves for them. I doubt I can pick this up. No. Okay. Anyways, I want to move those one block away from the window. I still don't necessarily have plans to move these blocks to put a window on this side. All right, so it seems overdue for adventure time. So we just used the last cabbage that we had. And the pineapple, I'm still growing for using as rot. And if you turn it into slices, it rots much, much faster. And since they have changed the stored food perish speed on these used to go rot within 2 days. But this used to be like 1.51 times rotting space. They're changing things so fast I just can't even keep track. I'm going to put the rot in the barrels. Actually, the outside temperature does affect the spoil rate on these as well, and maybe that's all. It's only 56 degrees Fahrenheit instead of, up upwards of 100. So that might be what I'm getting confused about. I don't know. It's not important. I put it in there, yeah, let it rot, and off we go. All right, well, really haven't done any testing out here. So let's do some testing. Gathering dirt so that I can get back out. And we want no density search mode. Decent magnetite, huh? What were our readings down over here, where we actually mined? And we did end up very high. Ultra high, okay, all right, all right. I wonder. I'm gonna gather some more dirt. So I want to go deeper. Which goes against what I think I understand, by the way. What I think I understand is it doesn't matter where you are in the node chunk, it's just going to be what it's going to be. But I can't say I've really tested that before. All right, well, so it did change going deeper. We still have the decent label, but the parts per mil is slightly lower. Interesting. So the parts per mil went down again. Interesting. Okay, so I've gone down some more. I'm at y equals 48. And if we look at this, this has actually gone down again. I really don't understand how it is changing at all. But I want to just keep on, what did I do? Oh, just want to keep going. I am so curious. I don't understand how the parts per mil keeps going down, but because my understanding is the reading that it gives you is for the entire column chunk. Yeah, if that's the case, how is the parts per mil changing? It continues to say decent, but parts per mil are reducing. Oh, well, look at that. It just went back up. So we started with 2.08, and now we're back up to 203, but having gone down to 186. All right, my experiment is continuing. Now I'm really confused. Okay, I need a block that's not... Oh, I see what I'm going to do now. Okay. All right, so we're still on no density search mode. I think this will give me a valid reading. Huh. Isn't that funny? Okay, let's do a node search mode. Tell us what is actually here. What do you actually see? Huge amounts. I really don't understand that. Just when I think I understand, I find out that I actually don't have a clue. Well, that's weird. That is very, very weird to me. Take my chest off my back. And I'm going to work to see. Well, let's do a combination. Let's pillar up as high as we can, and then we'll put a rope ladder down. Looking at the map, which I haven't done since I started taking readings, and even though we have gone straight down, we have three readings there, 2 readings there, and 1 reading there. I don't know how there's more than 1 reading, but well, this is quite interesting. I don't understand it, but it's interesting. You got to be careful with rope ladders because they do not at all behave like the normal ladders do. All right, I got to go up 1 block. I'm just out of reach because you have to press shift in order to place a rope ladder. I am bewildered at this moment, but I was very curious. And why was I curious? Because I've seen odd things. And so I thought, well, let's check out this thing and see what it does. So while it changed, it didn't change very much. It always said decent. And that's with a huge, as the prospecting pick labels it, a huge iron deposit here. And the best that the no density mode would come up with is decent. And the parts per mil obviously varying. So I find this very, very bizarre. Okay, at this point we'll get out some regulators. I don't know how deep we were, but apparently fairly deep. Oh, I even left my chest down here? And I didn't even mark it. Wolf, you're a bad person. Or something. All right, let's collect the chest, put it back on our back. I just don't even know what to say. This doesn't make sense to me. But since we're here, let's mine it up. That's weird. I'm gonna have to do more experiments with the prospecting pick based on what I just saw. Decent isn't exactly the label that one goes chasing after. And so while I wasn't necessarily chasing the iron, I was chasing the readings. I wanted to see how the prospecting pick would stay the same, which is exactly what I expected it to do. I expected no variation whatsoever. And then we got quite a little bit of variation. Dumbfounding to me. Alright, so I'm going to work down here, get what I can get, and proceed with my puzzled head. By the way, I just want to show you where we're at versus where my base is. The experience has told me that if you're persistent and you look hard, you really don't have to travel forever to find materials you're looking at or looking for. And how did I end up here? Just pure dumb luck. I left the base and I just started running this way and decided to stop and just take a peek. Fortunate for me, what I found was a decent reading for magnetite. And then, of course, as you saw, I kept going down and I was just very curious as to how consistent the prospecting pick would be. And as you saw, it had some variance, some fairly significant variance, I would think. The difference between a 2 point whatever reading versus a 1.8 reading, you know, that makes a difference to me. Anyways, talk about lucky. But I thought I'd let you know just kind of how I got here. What are you? Another treasure hunter. So treasure hunter, treasure hunter, treasure hunter. I guess I should clarify what I said, which when I was talking about most of the time you really don't have to travel all that far away from your base to find what you need. But you've witnessed me trying to find olivine right by my base, and yep, there was some, but it was very, very sparse. And while I was fortunate to find it, when I say that if it's not in your area, it's not in your area, well, there are not most areas are going to have what you want. I don't want to imply that it was otherwise. And I think maybe I did, and I didn't mean to do that, but experience, again, I'm going to say, has taught me that most of the things that I want, I don't have to travel really far to find. That's what playing all the hours that I've played has taught me. Not that things are just lying around waiting for you to just walk over and pick them up, but you shouldn't have to travel all over the world to find something like I had to do to find the bauxite. That was very bizarre of an experience for me, in particular to find bauxite. So I don't want to give the wrong impression that, hey, everything you want's just sitting there right under your feet. Just go dig it up, because that's not what I mean, and that is not the reality. So I wanted to be really clear on that. But I'm going to stick with what I said, in that most of the things you need, you don't have to travel particularly far to find them. Sometimes you do, as I had to with bauxite. All right, I'm heading up. Get back to base, and we'll see what I got out of that. I'm not going up because we ran out of iron to mine. My stability had gone down quite a bit, and then some nightmare drifters spawned. And I don't know if you really are aware of it, but as you kill drifters, you start to regain your temporal stability. And the nastier they are, the more you recover your temporal stability. So I recovered, but inventory is also getting full. So I'll meet you back at base. Okay, made it home. And okay, that's the only metal in there. Okay, grabbing the hammer to smash some of this up. And there's no way we have enough room to hold it all. Okay, that's my magnetite there. Very good. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8 full stacks of magnetite that we got from down there. Which I think is pretty fantastic. Hey, we have lots of magnetite again. Yay. Well, we're going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I certainly have had fun and learning a little something about the prospecting pick. I really didn't think, absolutely did not think, that it would ever vary its reading the way that it did. That surprises me. So there's more to learn about the prospecting pick. Great. If you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing to my channel, and thank you to all of those who have already. If you like this video, please click on the like button. And as always, I love hearing from you, so please engage by posting a comment on my video, and I'll be delighted to get back with you with the response. As always, however, come watch the next episode, won't you? Thank you so much, and goodbye.